So let's talk about our scrolling pages. So, as mentioned, if we have our whole menu on one page, it's good to have some extra bit of navigation. So, we'll call this a secondary navigation. So, you can anchor down and jump to those other areas. So, I just want to show you without actually prototyping our links. If we go ahead and press play and we start to scroll, we now lose that secondary navigation. We lose our branding. So what we might want to then do is go over to prototype, select this, and just do as we did with that navigation, and we're just going to fix that in position. What happens when we do that, it starts to follow along, but you can see our order of our pages is not, um, or order of our navigation. It kind of goes, some goes behind, some goes in front. So we need to fix the ordering of the layers, but we also want to make sure we have a little something that's behind this section, so it almost anchors it. So it could be a white box, maybe it's a white transparency box, etc. What we're going to do first and foremost, let's make sure we bring that all the way up to the top. We'll call this secondary navigation. And then what we're going to do is add a rectangle in there, just a nice white rectangle. I'm going to pop that into this layer, and I'm going to send it to the back. So you could see it's still sitting within this layer now. And now what we'll do, actually, let's go ahead and add a little transparency to that. Oops. Making sure we're just on our rectangle when we add that bit of transparency. Now we'll go to the prototype tab. We're going to go ahead and grab that. And now, oh, it's already fixed because it's in there. And now let's press play and see what happens. So now it stands out a bit more. I would, in fact, personally, go back to our design tab. I'd bring the transparency up on that a little bit more. And then we can go ahead and test. So now it's a little bit darker. So now as we scroll and see we get to the bottom of extras and now we want to get back up to starters, we have the ability to do so because that secondary navigation has followed us. So let's go back to the prototype tab, and how we navigate or how we prototype these buttons is essentially the same that we prototyped our pages, but instead of linking the transition over to a page, we're just going to link it over to an area. So because those are grouped, we just need to double click a few times until we get into the area we want. We click that, again, making sure our type is at transition, and we can actually physically link it to an actual text box. Go ahead and click mains. I'm going to click that and down to that. Extras, last but not least. Go ahead and zoom out and go ahead and click extras. So now we can go ahead and test that. So now you could see it's moving with us.